Approximately 10 years ago, we saw the need for a paperless system within our business. We were fortunate enough to contact a local technology group here in Atlanta, and they implemented a system for us wherein all of our policy processing, application processing, whatnot, was made paperless. As a result, being the first one to do such, they were able to take this and implement it throughout the insurance industry, particularly in the excess and surplus lines section of the industry. The benefit is accessibility, the ability of retail agents to receive a quote online immediately rather than to wait for a return fax or a phone call. It also gives them the ability to put in various factors to change the quote if they need a higher deductible or something such as that, so that they could get some comparative quotes. Our business is very competitive, as are most businesses, and being a wholesaler, we see margins being squeezed. We see a lot of new competition and new ways of doing business coming into the industry. We're constantly looking for new ways to do business, and we think by aligning a little bit closer to the ultimate purchaser of insurance, whether that be the retail agent or the ultimate insured, would give both of those sources a distinct advantage. The cost of processing is getting cheaper, and the need for getting directly to the consumer is a driving force for us. So we are trying to use some of our resources to share with, in this case, particular retail agents to enable to allow them to minimize their cost and maximize their profits.
We provide electronic invoice presentment and payment. So if your company is doing business with other companies, for example, you're selling a product to other companies, you can send out an invoice to them electronically through our solution, and then receive an electronic payment from your clients through our solution. We also offer the opposite side, and so if you are buying services from other businesses, you can receive your invoices electronically, route them for approvals and workflow much more easily, and then make your payments electronically. So it speeds up that accounts payable and accounts receivable system. So while all of this technology is great, it doesn't do anything unless your trading partners are engaged and involved in using the system as well. So the challenge for Harbor Payments was to create a system that would encourage vendor and buyer adoption of the solution. And as I'm sure you are all aware, most large organizations are not going to change their processes for one buyer or one vendor. So what we did was leverage a database, a central database, to create a large trading partner network. So when one buyer or one accounts payable client were to sign on with our system, they could work with multiple vendors within the system. The vendors would sign up because they could also manage relationships with multiple buyers in our system. So they wouldn't want to sign up just for one client, unless, of course, it was a very large client. But with our system, they're able to support multiple buyers through this relationship. So Harbor Payments, of course, is a technology company. We create technology, and we use technology to create that technology. The reason that works is because we also blend into that the services organization. For us, it really is, they're two halves of the whole, and they are both critical pieces. We use a lot of technology, and now with American Express we have access to a lot more technology, and that's really helping us grow and scale our business.
The way that we use technology at Source Realty is very different. We are very thankful for Primus Software Corporation, who really has helped us go the extra mile as far as what we can provide to our real estate agents. Now, what we have done is, typically in a transaction, a real estate agent will get paperwork signed by the buyer or seller, take it to their office, drop it off, and then they have to go back to the office again after the paperwork has been looked over, and then they have to go back to the office again to get paid, etc., etc. Well, what Solid Source did is, a year and a half ago, we created a paperless transaction management system. So now, instead of the realtor having to drive back and forth to the office 3 or 4 times during each transaction, they literally can fax in their transaction paperwork. It is uploaded into our system, and they can view it online 24/7. We were just on CNN headline news in April for being the first paperless real estate office in the country. Real estate is such a paper-heavy industry, and what this software system has done is it has made a very paper-heavy industry paperless. And so the way that the real estate industry is truly going is toward the larger brokerages, where real estate agents, instead of paying a percentage of their commission, which they typically do, they will just pay a flat fee to their broker for processing the paperwork. However, when you move into that environment, you have to do a lot more transactions to be able to pay your staff and for the buildings, etc. So how do you do that? Because typically that's why real estate companies will go out of business that try this model. This paperless system is the key to that.